Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of ETH is playing out this active bullish pattern in the short term. And while this is happening, we are also seeing a clean breakout for the price of Bitcoin above this important line of resistance. More on that later in the video, so definitely stick around. First of all, starting off on the daily Bitcoin chart, and obviously as we can see here, the price of Bitcoin is still playing out this active bullish divergence, which I've been talking about for the last week. And once again, what a bullish divergence means for the price of Bitcoin is that we're losing bearish momentum, and so we're due to see either choppy sideways price action, if not a slight bullish relief. And since that bullish divergence confirmed roughly a week ago, this is pretty much exactly what we have seen. A lot of choppy sideways price action, and now a little bit more of a bullish relief just in the short term. And also, while this active bullish divergence is still playing out on the daily Bitcoin chart, we are continuing to see the histogram within the MACD indicator on the daily time frame slowly increase, showing that we do have a bit of bullish momentum just in the short term. And once again, like I've been saying almost every day over the last 1 week since we actually confirmed that bullish cross and this bullish divergence, these type of signals are what we usually see when we're essentially entering into a pause phase within a bearish trend. So even if we're still in this bearish trend, which technically speaking we still are because we haven't seen signals to confirm a trend reversal on the larger timeframes, but even in that case, even during a bearish trend, there are of course times where we can experience some short-term bullish price action or some sideways price action. And once again, like I've been saying for the last 1 week, that's essentially what we're about to see in the short term. But this could expand to even larger timeframes like the weekly Bitcoin chart, for example, because right now, technically speaking, there is an active bullish divergence all the way out to the weekly Bitcoin chart between the June low and the most recent low in the price of Bitcoin. And once again, technically speaking, this is confirmed with one weekly candle close in the green, although if you're actually looking at that green weekly candle that we had just last week, it wasn't really a massive green weekly candle. And so due to that, what I said recently on this channel is that ideally we need to see another green weekly candle like what we're seeing at the moment, and then of course confirm this second green weekly candle with a weekly candle close, which is happening in roughly around 4 days from now. And this is just to further confirm the actual higher low is in place in the weekly Bitcoin RSI, because in case you don't already know, the RSI indicator by default goes off candle closes. And so if we get a very, very small green weekly candle close from the candle open, like the previous weekly candle, then that simply does not rebound the RSI all that much, and it doesn't really put in a proper low in the RSI. And obviously what we need to see for a bullish divergence is an actual higher low with at least some sort of rebound. And so right now, at the time of recording this video, based on the recent pump in the price of Bitcoin, this is looking better from what it was just 1 to 2 days ago. But once again, we ideally need to see this next weekly candle close in around 4 days from now to add even more confirmation to this massive bullish divergence. And of course, I'll keep you updated here on the channel and also in real time on my Twitter, link down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But anyway, if you zoom into the shorter term, this right here is the 4-hour Bitcoin to US dollar chart. Obviously, what we've seen over the last 1 day is a clear break above this descending line of resistance, which I talked about in my last video that was sitting at around 16.5k. And what I actually said in my last video was that if the price of Bitcoin breaks above 16.5k, so this level of resistance, then it's very likely the price of Bitcoin will continue up towards around 17,000, which is our next range of resistance right here. And in fact, I've actually placed this specific range of resistance on the chart in between around 16.9k up to around 17.1k. And this is simply based on these previous candle closes and candle wicks back here on the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, and also the recent candle wicks to the upside. And so right now, at least at the time of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin has not seen a confirmed break back above 17.1k, And also, while the price of Bitcoin is running into the top side of this range of resistance, we are also seeing the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI currently enter into overbought territories, which is telling us that at least in the short term, the price of Bitcoin is getting a little bit too overheated right now, and so that we're due to see potentially a bit of a short-term cool-off sometime soon. And this can either be in the form of a sideways consolidation or a slight pullback just in the imminent short term in the price of Bitcoin, kind of like what we saw here, for example. Just basically something to reset the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI back down towards somewhat neutral levels, which then could give us some more room to the upside later on potentially. But as of right now, considering the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI is in overbought territories as of recording this video, this means that technically speaking, we have somewhat limited room to the upside in the imminent short term, which means, let's just say, personally, I would not be entering into a new long position at these levels. But of course, that's not financial advice. That's just letting you know what I personally would or would not do. But what if Bitcoin actually breaks above 17.1K, which is technically possible? Well, then in that case, the next important resistance to watch out for in the short term would be sitting at around 17,550 approximately, based on these previous 4-hour candle closes. And these are also sitting very close to a daily candle close at around 17,560 approximately. And so simply based on these previous levels in the price of Bitcoin, that is where I'll be targeting next if we see a confirmed break above 17.1K. Otherwise, in the imminent short term, personally, I would remain somewhat cautious at the moment while the RSI is overbought. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this right here is the daily ETH to US dollar chart. And obviously over the last one day, like Bitcoin, we have seen a bit of a short-term pump in the price of ETH, well above this golden pocket, which is sitting at around 1180 up to around 1210. And so as of right now, it is looking very likely that we're about to see a daily candle close back above this golden pocket, above 1210 once again, which means in that case, if we see this daily candle close above 1210, then this golden pocket should now be acting as new support again. And now, technically speaking, if you're looking at the larger overall trend on the daily time frame, we're still forming a lot of lower highs and lower lows. We haven't really confirmed any significant trend reversal on the daily time frame. But even though that's the case at the moment, like I've been saying almost every day over the last 1 week, we are due to see a pause from this bearish trend, because if you're looking at the daily Ethereum price oscillators, first of all, the daily Ethereum RSI is well into an uptrend, and the daily Ethereum MACD has already experienced a bullish cross close to a week ago now, which I've been covering on this channel, and since then the histogram has only increased, showing that we've seen a little bit more bullish momentum come into play for the price of ETH. And so once again, based on these daily price oscillators, we are still due to see this pause within the bearish trend. So even if we remain in the bearish trend and we eventually continue the bearish trend later on, even in that case, we are still due to see this pause within the bearish trend, kind of like back here. And now that the price of ETH has broken above 1210, the next level of resistance, or I should say range of resistance to watch out for, is this range that I talked about in my last video, coming into play in between around 1280 going up towards around 1320. And right now, as of recording this video, obviously you can see here that the price of ETH is trading in between that price range right there. So basically the price of ETH is running into resistance right now as of recording this video. And at the same time as this happening, we are also seeing the 4-hour Ethereum RSI enter into overbought territories. And so even though we've seen a confirmed breakout from this bullish cup and handle pattern, which I warned about in my last video, we still need to pay attention to this range of resistance right here, and the fact that the 4-hour Ethereum RSI is currently overbought. But anyway, in case you missed my last video, the technical price target for this bullish cup and handle pattern is sitting at approximately 1380. And so from the point of the breakout to that technical hypothetical price target, that was a potential 13% move approximately, and already from the point of the breakout to where we're sitting at as of recording this video, we're up around 5 to 6% as of recording this video. And so obviously congratulations to any of you who have taken this trade so far. This is certainly a profitable trade if you opened a long position, for example, at this breakout point or even at this first 4-hour candle close. Either way, the price of ETH as of recording this video is up since then. But as I always mention with a breakout trade like this, what I personally do is once the trade enters well into profit, I personally move my stop loss at the very least up to the entry point, which means in the worst case scenario, I exit the trade at a break even, but ideally I like to move my stop loss up into profits, which means even in the worst case scenario, so if the price turns around well before we even hit the price targets, then in that case, we come back down, it would trigger my stop loss in profit, and so even in the worst case scenario, I would exit the trade in profits. But once again, that is not financial advice because I don't know your personal financial situation, and that's just simply letting you know what I usually do for my own trades with breakouts like this. And now, what if I missed this trade? What if I missed the entry from the breakout right here, and instead I want to try and open a long position here to continue up towards the price targets? And well, in that case, let's just say if I missed this trade, personally, I would not actually open a new long position here. And that is simply because technically speaking, there is a slightly increased risk opening a new long position right here compared to at the breakout point, because obviously right here, the price has already pumped around half the distance between the breakout and the price target. So obviously based on that, there's lower profit to be made. And of course, considering the price has already pumped compared to where it was yesterday, there is technically some more room to the downside. Also, especially when you consider the price is running into this range of resistance and the 4-hour Ethereum RSI is overbought. And so once again, in the imminent short term, I would remain somewhat cautious at the moment. We could see a bit of a short-term cool-off. But with that being said, technically speaking, this cup and handle pattern is still active on the chart, and that price target is still in play as of right now. And now, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto during a bullish move like this, or a bearish move, or even if the price is simply chopping around sideways, then make sure to check out these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left of your screen shows you how to make money if the price is going either up or down, and the video in the bottom left of your screen shows you how to make money if the price is chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.